Hello, 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 and welcome back to Creative Melody. I'm Anthony Frazer, and this is
Marlene Marvelous.
And do we have a show for you? We are about to dive down a rabbit hole of Britney Spears' catalog once again.
Oh my god, yeah!
We are doing Femme Fatale. Now, if you guys are asking the question like, oh, why are we doing all this stuff? We are picking up on some artists that we like, obviously Britney, Gaga, Britney, So we love these artists, but we also understand that they have anniversaries for these albums that are coming up, pretty significant anniversaries for some of the albums. So that's why we wanted to go ahead and throw them into the mix, as well as Miss Mariah Carey. So there is plenty of content to come. Don't worry, we are also going to go ahead and add some new artists, some new content, some new albums, and then even kind of finish up some of the albums from 2024 because we didn't get to hear them all.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're kind of like, a little underfed in that department for this music.
Yes. I mean, I also know that we are planning on releasing a whole list of rankings and albums of 2024. We want to kind of do this like top 5, top 10, and also the weakest. I mean, based on our channel and our point of view and stuff. Yeah. This is just, and who knows? Like, honestly, I don't know if any of y'all have been keeping score. Probably not. But I know I have. And I have been noticing it's kind of crazy to see who likes what songs more and who likes what albums more. So I am very excited to see how this one's gonna go because, we're gonna be doing my favorite Britney album.
Your favorite?
One of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Wait,
I don't know if
did
it's
your favorite Britney album?
What?
Blackout.
Oh. I mean, okay, I do like Blackout. I do like Blackout. But
this is part of your holy trinity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
So it's Blackout, Femme Fatale.
You just want Blackout.
Circus?
You just expect me to say Blackout's number one.
No, I'm just asking. I'm asking you your ranking. I know the real ranking of where the fans lie, but the general public, that's where I'll put you.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. For me, I've talked about how my first Britney Spears song was Oops, I Did It Again, right?
Sadly.
That was my first Britney song. Which we will dive into that story later when we actually review the album, which I'm excited for that. But what I will say is I didn't really hear much of Britney's music. Like there was a giant gap from Oops, I Did It Again to Circus and 3. Like I didn't really hear Womanizer. I remember hearing Circus and I loved it. I heard 3 and I loved it. And then, it was Femme Fatale came out and like Hold It Against Me, which is also the song that we're going to be reviewing today. And now I remember at the time people were like, oh my God, like Britney's like coming back. Like she's finally coming back, right? Because
she ain't going nowhere, but yeah.
Yeah. But I just remember everyone was like, oh my gosh, she's coming back, right? And I remember we were, the Gaga fans were all the little monsters were waiting for, Gaga to come out with new music. Everyone's been hearing, Born This Way. She announced it at the VMAs like a couple of months before. And then cut to then, Britney came out with this song. I remember it went number 1. And I'll explain my initial reaction when I first heard it. But now, like, this album is very close to me because I love it. I feel like I can listen to this entire album without really skipping any of the songs. There might be like one or... Hello? There might be like 1 or 2 songs off the album that I might skip. But even then, I'm like, a lot of the songs off this album are like, I just like to listen to. They all are, I don't know. I like it. I like this album.
I will say that this album in particular is a big reason why dubstep has made its way into pop music. It was Britney who was kind of on the forefront of this. Now, I'm not saying that other artists weren't playing around with it. It just wasn't popular.
Clock that.
it wasn't the thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There were other people who were doing it, and I was like, okay. And then Britney did it, and it blew the fuck up. You know, it was kind of like that one girl in school starts wearing like a certain clothing, or like doing a certain thing, like wearing certain jewelry, and then all of a sudden it becomes popular by everybody else.
I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops.
That's kind of the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that she was on the forefront of that, but we will dive into that album very, very shortly. Right now, though, we are going to dive into the first single, the lead single off of this album, and that is Hold It Against Me. So without further ado, let's jump into that.
Until I feel the vibrations. Hey, over there, if I'm coming on, hate to stand and I play my, so come here, a whisper in your ear clear, let it go just how you feel. Heart was beating loud, the crowd somehow. But you're just in between us. Let go, I won't wait. So I'm asking, if I said my heart was beat, I'd escape the crowd somehow. I want your body now, hold it against me. Like paradise, give it now. Say your body now. If I said I want you, would you hold it against me? And show me how you work.
I love the dance at this part. I literally cannot. I'm trying to contain myself.
If I said I want you, would you hold it against me? Beating loud. If I said I would you hold it against me? Like patient and I, so I want your body now.
Period. So let me just say, first of all, okay, let me just tell you something. Being a fan in 2011 was a little hard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, this came out in 2010, right? This single came out in 2010 because the album came out March 31st of 2011. I'm pretty sure this was like November.
I swear. I know it went number one in January. Because
January 10th it was released. It
You-
was recorded in 2010.
yeah, I knew it came out in January of 2011 because I remember that was the month that it went number one, and then Gaga took over and went number one in February.
I know what it was. It leaked. We got it early. So I think it like officially leaked in January, like the week before or a couple of days before. But I know that it leaked at the end of December. Because
Okay.
like her birthday had already passed, and I think Christmas just passed. I think it was like the day after Christmas or something. I got sent the file, and they were like, "You want to listen to this?"
Where, Rachel?
Oh my god.
Show me to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel.
What's crazy though is I remember listening to this and being like, "No fucking way." Absolutely. And I still kind of feel the same way when I listen to this album because, I mean, it's Britney Spears, right? Every single album opens up pretty fucking iconically. Like, you have Baby One More Time, you have Oops, I Did It Again, you have I'm a Slave for You, you have Me Against the Music, then you have fucking Give Me More. And it's just like hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. And then even Circus, she was coming, you know, back from her little hiatus, and she had fucking Womanizer.
Yeah.
And Womanizer was like a toxic 2.0. Like everybody was just like, oh my God, this is so good. And the fucking Hold It Against Me, I was like, she does not care about people being able to breathe.
I'm gonna be like, and y'all gonna eat it again.
She does not care at all. She does not care. She said, I want the first 40 hits that I have, the singles, to all be hits. Like, that's just what she wants. And literally, it was so iconic when it happened, because I even think that the breakdown wasn't the same in the leak that I had.
Really?
Yes, it wasn't a dubstep breakdown. It was kind of like a boom, boom, boom. Like, kind of like just the bass part of it. It wasn't like the full-on... the like mechanics behind the dun, 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 like that.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, then hearing it when it actually dropped, I knew, I was like, okay, if she doesn't get a fucking number one, these bitches are still hating, because it was so catchy. The chorus was just perfect. It was like that ear candy, that repetitive, like you would want to say it over and over again. And these were just like these like little innuendos or like nuances that you would just say to, like, you know, if I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me?
Yeah.
You feel like paradise, you know, like it's like all these little things that, like, I don't know, I guess like people would kind of use as like the little sweetheart candies, and they would like, would you hold it against me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, oh my God, if only she had just pushed this out into February, like she could have done a whole Valentine's thing with this.
Ooh, okay.
You know, she could have had like a release. But again, I'm not part of the team. So, just a fan. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I was really concerned because there was rumors that she already did this song for Till the World Ends. And I was like, oh, well, she needs to hold off on that because 2012 is coming next year.
Yeah.
Girl, we're in 2011. And when this song came out, I think it like debuted at like 96 and then it jumped to number one.
Yes.
It was the biggest jump.
Yes.
In like Billboard history. And I think somebody just beat that record.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that. I remember she that did happen to this song. It went, it was like bottom of the barrel of top 100 and then it jumped all the way up to number one. Because I remember hearing about that. And then... And I remember that this went number one in January and then Gaga took over in February. In fact, I think this song was number one and then literally Gaga went number one right after.
Yeah, I think
and
like
then,
the next week.
Then literally after Gaga was number one, it was Adele. Rolling in the Deep. I remember that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember that.
This song's amazing. I absolutely love it. Bonnie McKee is an fantastic fucking writer. I feel like this song was destined for greatness. You know what I mean? This song was written by Max Martin, Dr. Luke,
electric chair,
and Bonnie McKee. And the people who produced on this as well, Billboard. A lot of people don't know who Billboard is. He was kind of underground right before this album was put into the works, like to be able to work on it. And I know that he, I think, was underneath Dr. Luke, but he did like a competition. There was like a producer competition, and he went in and he actually used the song, which is one of my favorites on this entire album, Inside Out. He used the instrumental for that he created and used that for this competition. And fucking won the competition.
Period!
And then Inside Out was on Britney's album. And again, you know, Dr. Luke got his little credits. But you could understand that this was not Dr. Luke. This was more so Billboard, you know? It was already fully realized in the beat. So it's like, okay, what did he do? Like help write or finalize vocals? But... in this song, I absolutely love it. I do know that there was a little bit of issue, you know, a little bit of writer's copyright that happened because there was a song from the Bellamy Brothers or something like that. The Bellamy Brothers, yeah. Their song was called If I Said You Had a Beautiful Body, Would You Hold It Against Me? And so they were claiming that, you know, this song had already been out since 1979, and it wasn't necessarily given the rights of like, hey, we sampled this song, when they should have. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest, they are pretty close, but did this song get written because of that? I don't know. I wasn't in the room with them when they wrote it. But also it's like, is it exactly verbatim the thing? I don't know. I mean, it kind of, Would You Hold It Against Me? It kind of carries a bit on the tune. I just don't think that it was close enough to be a copyright. But, you know, hey, listen, everybody needs to make their coin somehow. So
Yeah.
why not try to sue? But yeah, I absolutely love this song. I love the impact that it had. The music video is great. I loved seeing Britney back and dancing. I know that there was a lot of controversy over the music video, but I will hold off and save that until we get into the music video, which is going to be next. So go ahead. Oh, by the way, 10.
Oh, yeah, it's a 10.
10.
It's a
Yeah.
10. I mean, again, I don't know what else to say, but like, I don't know how it's not a 10. I don't know how anyone would not say this is a 10. It is really great. I do love this song. I remember when it first came out, I actually did not care for it. I was like, really? But here's the thing. I think I didn't care for it at first when it came out. And then I remembered after listening to the album, I was like, out of all the songs off this album that went number one, this is the one that went number one. But now I will say I have a lot more appreciation for it. And I do really like this. It's a lot of fun. There's so many nuances that you have in this song, from the lyrics to the singing to the beat. Like, there's so many things that you can do with this song to perform it. You know, I really love it. I love this song. It's so fun. Yeah, the chorus is catchy. It is so catchy. I love it, love it, love it.
It really is.
I
just wish she would have went all out when performing this. Especially the breakdance at the end. Oh, God. We're going to watch it.
But I will say, though, I understand why it was the lead single. Again, the next single is one of my favorites. I think, if not, it is my favorite off the album. But I see why this is the lead single, and to be quite honest, she made the right call to make this the lead single.
With that being said, we are going to jump right on over to the music video. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button for all future videos. We will see you guys in the next one. If you're not there, you're not going to hear about it. Sorry. Bye for now.
Bye!
Until I feel the vibrations.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Be sure to keep watching. There's plenty more videos to go through. Plenty more.
Go check it out right now.